Y'all hear all the birds singing, like, why? Why are they singing? For what? For what? It one? Why? Like, do you hear all that? Do you hear that? Why? I'm still here. I have not even left yet. Nobody else really left either. You know? I'm not understanding why. Why? You hear the bird? Why? Why? I just want to know why. Excuse me, y'all. I'm just up and I should be asleep because my nephew's finna graduate and I need to get some rest. So I'm gonna go home to my bed. This is nice. The moon just split in half. It's pretty nice. You know, I'm heading heading home, you know. Um, with my Jehovah skirt, I pulled it up, but it's ankle length, you know. Um, that looks like a Tesla. That's a nice Tesla. Okay then. But yeah. I really just was sitting here. For, I don't know how long, but I've been sitting here for a minute. You know, I hope people are all right tonight. You know, I hope everybody makes it home safe. I got a couple orange sodas for my sister. I got a receipt to fetch. Hi, Deontay. I'm gonna fetch this receipt real quick. See? 57 cents for the soda. Hi, Talon. Hi, the avid camper. Hello. You know what? Toledo is building a campground downtown. You know, I like to call it downtown East Toledo, but they're building a campground, and you know, I don't like really down there because you could smell the dirty, nasty, mommy river water, but I would actually camp there. You owe me zero apologies, Tracy. You know I love you, sis. I know all about long calls. I got a long call, I want to say last night or the night before. But the lighter that I found worked. It's a ugly sweater Christmas lighter. It's for SC is for Santa Claus. Feliz Navidad is pop the hood on that car. That's not my car. You think I would hold my things up with zip ties? Even though that's a great idea. I don't have, that's not my car. I don't have a car. I just drive my sister's car. She got a Nissan too. She got a Rogue, but hers 2024, honey. It's not that. So, yeah, I'm on foot right now, sweetheart. But I like your name, Fixer. I guess people determined that that was a rumor going around that your mods don't count as watch time. So, whatever. Yeah, I got these sodas for my sister. They're slim, tall cans. You know, I watched a YouTube video the other day that these are lined in plastic. Like these aluminum cans are lined in plastic. I was gonna check the oil for you. Oh, well, she needs her oil checked. How about that? You know, I don't know how things really run with these new cars, but I have no idea all about that maintenance. I want to know what this car is. What is this black one? What is that? What is that car? What is that vehicle? That big black one? Do you know what that is, Fixer? I don't even want to walk down and see it. I know that I'm walking around uh, with this bra unlatched still. I'm gonna go on and put this, since I found this and it works. Hold on, it's windy. Um, you guys, it's my mom's birthday tomorrow, and I never got to show her a lot of things. So if you still have your mother in your life, show her things, please. Look, the moon was not just looking like that. Now it's looking like that. You know, it didn't have that big old cloud around it. But you only mess with Japanese cars. Would that include a Toyota and a Lexus? I think Lexuses and Toyotas like brother and sister, like cousins. They something. But can y'all excuse me? You understand the emptiness. Yes, but it's like I really want to celebrate her. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to beat myself up. I don't want to drink. I don't want to smoke. Like I quit Tracy as of May 19th. Like I put a date on it for the first time in my life, and I never got to show her that. My mother never in her life believed me. Every time I told her that I would stop drinking, like she never believed me. And now I hope that she believes me, even though she's gone. I just hope that somewhere out there, yeah, they're not the same car. How can you say they're the same? You know what, Fixer? Oh, I thought you was talking about this and that. I'm like, they're not the same. Yeah, yeah, but they switched the engines. They switched the engines. They don't have the Toyota engine anymore. Not like that, my sister said. She said the newer Lexuses don't have that. Luxury export to US. you know, you and Brandon both, but I promise you, Tracy, you got this big, huge power, just like I told Brandon, within you. And you're going to beat that addiction. You're going to beat that easily. Like, if I can do it, I know you can do it. You know, I smoked for 30 years. Longer than that. I know I was 14 buying cigarettes at 14. You know, that dude sold me cigarettes at 13, 14 years old. $1.65 a pack. I remember, you know, um, I hated bras back then. I hated bras back then. I remember somebody having to tell me, like, you know, why don't you wear a bra? And I didn't, I did not care then. Do you know my mama just had us free? I was just free as a bird with the mama that I had, you know. And I also was home alone a lot with my sisters. Sometimes they were home, sometimes they was not. But like I just I was free spirited. Like we were in this world freely. 75 cents a pack when you started, Tracy. That's crazy. So it's gotta. How much are they now in Canada? You know, this dude is rolling. I get a kick out of it. This bar is like packed, bro, today. How? Yeah, $1.65. They're $20 a pack where you are now. And you've not quit, Miss Tracy. He said he quit when he hit $5. Like, I didn't quit when it hit a certain amount. But I was paying $20. Damn, his cigar stunk. But I was paying $20 in New York, in Staten Island. Sometimes I would ride up to where what's his name got killed. Eric Garner got killed on Bay Street. And I would go up there and I would buy, you know, the 3 cigarettes for $1. I'll go up there and do that. Or two for $1. I don't know how many I bought. I think they was three for $1. I'm not sure. But yeah, he got, you know, when they said he was selling loose cigarettes, you know, he probably was. They're expensive. So they would go to Virginia and buy them. I get a super duper deal, $50 for a carton. How many cigarettes is in a carton? 200? Yeah. My sister rolls her own. She honestly used to. She's got the machine. She won't get the stuff. She keeps buying the $5 packs, you know. And I'm like, he said he'd rather suck his exhaust fumes for free. Damn. And I just told him earlier, like, I remember just smelling it and just inhaling a drag of a cigarette and just, man. But I also noticed the quality change on these cigarettes as well. And, you know, things added, things taken away, things, you know, things changed. That Newport is not the same, you know. Also, when I got into vaping and stuff, I could not, I could not stick with, I couldn't, like, vaping just was the worst for me. It was the worst thing to quit. I don't know what salt nicotine even is. I don't. You're good for that, Fixer. You are good for that. And I'm happy that you quit. But Tracy, I know. You can quit that. You can quit that. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I'm about to put this. I got some pops. I got some sodas for 57 cents for my sister. So hold on. Let me put this in so I can get 25 points. I'm in Texas, Fixer. Avid Camper, welcome back. Give me 2 seconds. Let me put this in the system. Let's 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 I hit the camera thing. What happened? Oh Lord. Why is that stuck like that though? I hit the camera thing and it's still showing me right there. It's still showing like my thumbnail. I don't want to highlight. Why is this doing this? Because I used fetch? Maybe it'll stop that. I'm thinking about growing my own tobacco. You still gotta smoke it though. You know, your lungs are still gonna get it. You know, I want you to be okay. And you have the power, absolutely, to quit. You think about growing your own money? I'm thinking about Jersey, guys. Like, I really want to get out of Texas. You know, I many different medicinals. That's cool. I don't. You mean like peace pipe type thing? I wish that I could do that. I just, I don't know. Everything. Oh, this moon is moving. Y'all seen it was higher before and now it's lowering. The moon is lowering. I didn't get to see any northern lights, guys. So, that's fine. At least I got to be outside for a little bit. I thought and everyone in Texas was polite. I think so too. I honestly feel that way. You know, the Southern hospitality is definitely real. There's a lot of sir and ma'am and yes ma'am and yes sir that goes on. There's the police. Surprised I didn't get blooped on for loitering. But yeah, there's the police coming through here. I guess seeing how many cars are here and whatnot. I guess seeing who they can bug and bother and whatnot. I didn't know that you can smoke that. I didn't know that. I know they had like drops. Oh, my buns hurt, y'all. And these birds is getting on my nerves. Why are they singing so early? Like it is 1:20. I don't usually hear them till like 4 something. Oof. Look how I'm walking. I got a big old long dress on. My bra, I hate it. I undid it way earlier. You know, I thought I was going to be on Jared's channel today. Smoking at work's much faster. Wow. My mama should have did that. My mama had horrible lungs. Look at me. I want to take this off. My mama had really bad lungs. I'm about to take this bra off. and throw this away. But yeah, she got pneumonia so much. You gonna get some food? No, I already ate a lot of food earlier. Um, Hold on, guys, bear with me. I gotta take this bra off and put it in my bag on camera. I don't care. I do not care. Whew, that had to go. I can't wait to put these bras away, y'all. I cannot wait to just get rid of them entirely. That's true freedom right there. It's very liberating. I want to see you eat some Texas grub. Well, subscribe to my channel. We got a lot of that at my job. I got some. I want to get a turkey leg at my job, you know, and just tear it up. But see, I had to go to a buffet or something because I gotta have vegetables. I can't just have that. We don't really have no healthy food at my job. Yeah, smoked turkey leg. I I just made some Cajun smoked turkey leg pinto beans. It's a big old turkey leg. Oh, this is a steep hill. Yeah, that moon is moving. And it's so weird because there was that cloud by it. I found a dime over here yesterday. I always say that's a sign from my dear mama. I love her. I miss her every day, guys. And her birthday's tomorrow. And Tracy, my sister bought the exact same birthday cake that my mama had last year. So, I am learning to love her daughters. I really am. I'm learning to love her daughters. You'll pray for her soul. She need prayer. You know, my mom, I miss her so much. And I wish I had more time with her than I actually had. I just didn't know how to spend the time with her, but now I realize that just being there was enough. Just being there in her presence was amazing. I don't want this to be a trick like yesterday. I told you I'd be finding dimes. I find dimes when I talk about my mama. Now this dime, I can't even tell if it's a dime, but I'm sure gonna spend it like one. And she tricked me yesterday because I thought it was a dime, but it was one of those little eyeshadow things. So whenever I see something that's not clear, I find another one that is clear. So it happens, guys. I'm gonna get this out the street. I don't want nobody to tear their vehicle up. You know, my mama would do that. This is off a semi truck, huh? But she'll do that. She'll get stuff out the way. See, you miss both your parents. I don't miss my father. He's still alive, but he's not alive to me. You know, I just don't like him because he was mean to my mother. And she's taking care of your kids while you're out doing whatever you want to do. Nah, dude, that don't sit right with me. It never will. That'll never sit right with me. And then when I confront him, he denied it. You always pick up nails. I don't always, but that one, I ain't want nobody messing the vehicle up. This one is heavy too, So there's somebody standing right here. Hold on, guys. I like to get shots. I don't care. They do that. They, beg for money and stuff. When my son ran away, somebody made him hold a sign up. And my son, me and him, he knows how to spell. But that guy spelled it wrong. So I knew that somebody else had him doing that. And they did. And I didn't appreciate that. He ran into this guy who, he was in a mental institution for 12 years. And they just let him out. See, they got that sign. Screw that. See how they come up to the cars? You gonna mess around and go up to the wrong car one day. Leave people alone. You see that? I don't like that. I do not like that. But yeah, that part, Tracy. Don't do that. Don't go up to people's vehicles. Come on now. I'll be cussed you out. Do not roll up on me like that and expect something. My sister gave this homeless man $3 the other day, and he looked at her like she was crazy. He wanted $40 for a box of DVDs that he had. People don't even watch DVDs like that. My sister don't. And then finally he like, oh, okay, I'll go get me something to eat. But be grateful for that $3, because nobody had to even mess with you. Don't do that. Don't. Yeah, I don't like that. That's why I said the people who God leads me to help, I will help. But it ain't gonna be everybody, because some people was not out for the right thing. And some people are. And I don't. That takes a lot of energy to decipher which is what. But what I have, I can give. But if you're going to be ungrateful, you better go somewhere. You is not going to be around me, boo. Don't do that. Don't be like that. I didn't want to cross the street to throw this away. And bro, man, sure wasn't about to ask me for nothing. Sure was not. You are an able-bodied man. If you can hold that sign. Now I have that song in my head. Yes, I'm almost home, Tracy. This is my sister's stream bed. Stream bed court. And mine is spillway. So I don't know if this is a dime, but I'm gonna treat this like a dime. It's gonna get treated like one. My mama used to put dimes in her ear. I don't know why. She would put a dime in her ear. Gratitude is our highest vibration. Amen. Like, I love, and I so grateful, you know. I got an unexpected blessing this morning, and I was so grateful for that. Like, people are so kind on here, and giving and loving and caring, and it just was so nice to receive and accept and be grateful. I can't stand like proud people who say, "Oh, I didn't ask for this." I don't like that. Well, you didn't have to do that. Like, I know I didn't have to do that. I don't like proud people like that. I acknowledge that I didn't have to do that. You know, I don't like to help them type, but you never know until after you give to them how they react. So I'm still learning. You know, some people you give to, they won't say nothing. They won't say thank you. I don't like those kind of people. My sister is them type of people. You know, be thankful for everything, no matter where it came from. You know, I'm grateful. I don't know if she get that from her daddy side. Now the moon look crazy. Look now. Now it's just, look at that. What the heck? That is just weird. Let me get in this house. This is gonna go with the rest of my dimes. Even though it might not be one. I am almost home. You know, sometimes you just have to pray that God will have these people start using manners if they don't use them now. There's Sister Scar. And this is my neighbor's car. And I got some bean juice on their car earlier. I had a bad day, but I had a good night. So try not to have a good night and a bad day, or a bad day and a bad night. Like, don't have both. Like, look at that. That is so disrespectful. It is just very disrespectful. All right. I made it home, Tracy. Tracy, were you live or did you just do like a premiere? Oh my gosh. I left that AC on. I might have turned it off though. Let me turn this off. Hold on, guys. It is 1:35 a.m. I gotta get up at about 6:30. I'm getting up at 6:30. What is this? Let me see. It's a dime, but everything is gone. Oh, you've never gone live? Okay. It must have been a premiere. No, my little money thing. I'm so glad I'm home too. I can't wait to get to my bed. Let me put her sodas away and my lighter, my newfound lighter for my incense I'm about to order. Wednesday, I'm off work Wednesday, guys. I work tomorrow. So I cannot wait. All right, let me put this in here. I could eat, but I'm not. I will get me a drink of water and go to sleep. So I learned not to answer your body every time you eat something. No. Drink water. Sometimes you're not hungry. Sometimes you're thirsty. So just take a drink and go to sleep. And call it a sweet day. So thank y'all. Hi, Avery. I was just about to go to sleep. And I hope you get some good rest. And don't be on the game all night. You're probably allowed to. But I'm not finna be. I'm gonna play my game because it's boring and it makes me go to sleep. I'm gonna take a Tylenol and get some rest. My nephew will be graduating, so I can't wait to record and take a picture with him with his cap and gown. I'm very excited for him for that. So I don't think I got a picture with my daughter with her cap and gown. Now that I think about it, but I did take a picture of her and her brothers. So I'll show y'all that soon. Fixa, Tracy, Avery, thank y'all. It was nice. Have a good night. Sweet dreams, Tracy.